Behind every RV dealership, there's a secret they don't want you to see. Rows of shiny motorhomes, polished, perfect, and completely unsold dreams on wheels that no one wants anymore. Each one tells a story of promises broken and prices that crushed the dream. These are the RVs America quietly gave up on. The Thor Windsport is struggling to survive in the competitive Class A motorhome market, caught in an awkward middle ground that's killing its appeal. Priced around $170,000, it's too expensive to attract budget-conscious buyers, but not refined enough to compete with premium brands like Tiffin and Winnebago. The problems run deep. Its gas engine labors under the vehicle's weight, particularly on mountain roads, while owners report frustrating steering wander and disappointing fuel economy. Build quality issues emerge early. Cabinet hinges loosen, walls flex noticeably, and the overall ride feels more like driving a city bus than a luxury motorhome. Inside, the design feels frozen in time, with interiors that haven't meaningfully evolved since 2010. When shoppers walk through RV dealerships, they simply pass by the Windsport for newer, better-appointed alternatives. Dealers frequently resort to aggressive discounting just to clear inventory, sometimes sacrificing their profit margins entirely. The Windsport's failure illustrates a harsh reality in the RV industry. The middle ground rarely succeeds. Today's buyers want either straightforward budget simplicity or genuine top-tier luxury. The Windsport offers neither, leaving it as a cautionary tale about trying to please everyone and ultimately satisfying no one. It's a coach that aimed for mass appeal and missed completely. The Gulfstream BT Cruiser aimed to carve out a unique space, bigger than a camper van, smaller than a traditional Class C motorhome. Instead, it created an identity crisis that's killing sales marketed as a Class B+. Most buyers don't even understand the category, leaving the BT Cruiser awkwardly stranded between two worlds. Families find it too cramped for extended travel, while solo adventurers consider it too bulky and expensive compared to simpler van conversions. With prices often reaching $130,000, it's a tough sell that satisfies neither audience. Performance issues compound the problem. Fuel economy struggles at just 8 to 10 miles per gallon, storage space is frustratingly limited, and the narrow wheelbase creates a top-heavy feeling on highways that makes drivers nervous. Inside, dated interiors and inconsistent build quality give buyers another reason to walk away. Dealers report units sitting unsold for 6 months or longer, gathering dust while shoppers choose clearer alternatives. What was envisioned as a sleek, efficient compromise has become a misunderstood product nobody truly wants. Too large to be simple, too small to be comfortable, and too expensive to justify. The BT Cruiser proves that in-between doesn't always mean best of both worlds. Sometimes it just means fitting nowhere at all. The Winnebago Fuse launched with considerable excitement, a sleek, European-inspired Class C motorhome built on the fuel-efficient Ford Transit diesel chassis. It promised better mileage and a manageable footprint that would appeal to modern RV owners seeking efficiency. But reality quickly deflated the hype. The narrow body created claustrophobic living spaces, storage compartments proved frustratingly small, and floor plans felt awkward. With prices pushing $140,000, it cost nearly as much as larger, more comfortable Class C coaches. Diesel maintenance expenses frightened first-time buyers, while experienced boondockers criticized limited tank capacities and disappointing off-grid performance. The Fuse simply didn't align with American RV preferences. Too cramped for families, too expensive for minimalists seeking simple travel. Warranty problems, tight interiors, and excessive road noise made it feel more like a commercial delivery van than a comfortable home on wheels. After disappointing sales and lukewarm reviews, Winnebago quietly discontinued the model. Yet remnants still linger on dealer lots, often discounted by tens of thousands of dollars just to clear inventory. The Fuse stands as a cautionary tale about importing European motorhome concepts without understanding American buyer priorities. U.S. customers consistently choose spaciousness, comfort, and flexibility over compact efficiency, a lesson Winnebago learned the expensive way. The holiday Rambler Admiral once represented American RV excellence, a prestigious symbol of craftsmanship and long-haul comfort. Today's version feels like a ghost of that legacy, an entry-level Class A motorhome that appears frozen in 2008. Priced between $160,000 and $190,000, buyers reasonably expect quality finishes and robust performance. Instead, they encounter dated interiors, struggling gas engines, and disappointing ride comfort thin cabinetry. Rattling drawers and minimal insulation make the cost difficult to justify when competitors like Newmar and Tiffin deliver far more refined coaches at similar price points. Owner complaints paint a troubling picture. Underpowered V8 engines laboring on hills, frequent quality control failures including peeling trim, water leaks, and electrical gremlins. The gap between the Admiral's storied reputation and its current reality grows wider with each model year. Dealers quietly discount Admirals to clear showroom space for faster-moving brands, sometimes accepting losses just to move inventory. Units sit unsold for months, while shoppers choose alternatives. The Admiral badge once inspired confidence and commanded respect. Now it signals compromise, a clearance line version of a legend that deserves far better. It's a painful lesson that nostalgia alone can't sell motorhomes when the actual experience feels thoroughly outdated. The Forest River Sunseeker once dominated RV dealerships with hundreds of floor plans and endless variations. Promising something for every buyer, that ambitious strategy ultimately became its downfall. With too many overlapping models, dealers faced confused customers unable to distinguish between similar layouts. The Sunseeker's real problem isn't visibility, it's complete lack of identity. Quality control varies dramatically between units. Owners report slide-out failures, persistent roof leaks, and rattling interiors that undermine confidence. Priced between $115,000 and $140,000, buyers reasonably expect consistent build quality. They rarely get it. Massive production volumes mean resale values plummet quickly, making Sunseekers questionable long-term investments. Even loyal Forest River customers admit these motorhomes feel mass-produced rather than carefully refined. Dealers resort to aggressive discounting to move inventory, particularly older models that languish unsold for over 200 days. Units gather dust, while shoppers choose alternatives with clearer value propositions. The Sunseeker's downfall stems from its own overambitious vision, attempting to be everything for everyone in a market that increasingly rewards focused purpose and consistent quality. It's not necessarily a bad RV, it's simply forgettable. In today's competitive marketplace where buyers carefully research every purchase, forgettable is fatal. The Sunseeker proves that more options don't always mean better sales. The Jayco Redhawk Special Edition promised Jayco's trusted reliability at a friendlier price point, but buyers quickly discover it feels more stripped down than value-oriented. Marketed as a family-friendly Class C motorhome, the cramped layout, plain interiors, and lightweight construction materials create a disappointingly cheap impression. Buyers expecting Jayco's signature solid cabinetry and smooth handling leave showrooms frustrated. Priced between $120,000 and $135,000, it sits uncomfortably close to superior competitors like the Entregra Odyssey and Coachmen Freelander, making the value proposition questionable. Common complaints reveal deeper problems: excessive road noise, inadequate insulation for temperature extremes, limited storage capacity, and weak towing capabilities. The Special Edition badge suggests premium upgrades but delivers the opposite. No automatic leveling, minimal technology, and basic upholstery that feels budget grade. Budget-conscious shoppers initially show interest, but stepping inside reveals the obvious value gap. Dealers report units lingering on lots long after newer models arrive, gathering dust while customers choose alternatives. The Redhawk SE occupies a dangerous middle ground. Too expensive for true budget buyers, yet too bare bones for experienced RVers who recognize quality. It proves that attaching a special label can't compensate for genuinely missing features and substance beneath the marketing surface. The Entregra Odyssey was designed to elevate the Jayco Redhawk. Same parent company, upgraded finishes, higher price tag. That strategic overlap became its fatal flaw. Buyers compare both models side by side and struggle identifying $10,000 to $15,000 worth of meaningful differences. Both share the identical Ford E450 chassis, similar floor plans, and virtually identical mechanical components. The upgrade feels incremental rather than transformational. Inside, the Odyssey offers marginally nicer trim and fabrics, but not enough to impress shoppers touring multiple dealerships in one afternoon. It's textbook brand confusion. Marketing blurred the distinction between genuine luxury and mid-tier quality. Dealers report Odyssey sitting unsold longer because customers make rational choices. Either downgrade to the cheaper Redhawk and pocket savings, or upgrade to truly premium coaches like the Tiffin Wayfarer. The middle ground collapses. Reliability complaints compound the problem. Failing slide seals, broken drawer latches, and minor electrical gremlins that shouldn't plague rigs at this price point. In today's saturated Class C market, the Odyssey feels like an in-between product without a clear audience. It's essentially a polished duplicate of something cheaper, making it forgettable in an industry where differentiation determines survival. Being stuck between two better choices is a death sentence on today's overcrowded RV lots. The Thor Chateau was once a respected name in Class C motorhomes, but its reputation has faded considerably. While Thor products dominate dealership lots, the Chateau feels like a remnant from a bygone era. Interiors remain stubbornly boxy with dated brown wood tones and layouts that haven't meaningfully evolved in over a decade. Buyers expecting modern amenities, soft close cabinets, smart control panels, quality insulation, find the Chateau disappointingly outdated. Priced around $130,000, it's difficult to justify when competitors like Jayco and Entregra deliver fresher designs and smoother rides at similar costs. Owners frequently complain about handling problems, noticeable body sway on highways, and excessive engine vibration noise. Fuel economy struggles at just 7 to 9 miles per gallon, while the Ford E-Series chassis, though mechanically reliable, feels ancient compared to newer transit-based alternatives offering better performance and efficiency. Dealers report Chateau languishing unsold for 6 months or longer, even after aggressive price reductions. Units gather dust while shoppers choose more contemporary alternatives. The Chateau proves that brand reputation alone can't sustain sales when innovation stalls. Today's buyers don't want good enough. They demand forward-thinking design and modern features. The Chateau remains stubbornly stuck in the past while the market moves decisively forward. The Coachmen Leprechaun carries a name everyone recognizes, but brand recognition no longer translates into sales. Once a family favorite, it now struggles to differentiate itself in an oversaturated market. Outdated interiors, cramped floor plans, and fuel-hungry engines make the Leprechaun feel overpriced for what it actually delivers. Models frequently exceed $140,000 while offering dated technology and mediocre comfort levels that disappoint modern buyers. Owners complain about poor aerodynamics resulting in dismal 7 to 8 miles per gallon fuel economy and unstable handling in windy conditions. Reports of premature wear on seals and trim suggest quality control issues that undermine confidence in long-term ownership. The Class C market now offers numerous competitors with genuinely modern interiors and smarter storage solutions, making the Leprechaun look old-fashioned almost immediately. Dealers report units sitting unsold for 150 days or longer, forcing aggressive discounts just to clear showroom space for newer inventory. The name carries nostalgia, but nostalgia doesn't drive sales in 2025. Today's buyers demand innovation and forward-thinking design, not endless repetition of outdated concepts. The Leprechaun remains trapped between its respected past reputation and a present market it no longer dominates. A cautionary tale about resting on brand recognition while competitors innovate. The Thor Outlaw seemed revolutionary. A Class A motorhome with a built-in garage designed for adventure enthusiasts hauling ATVs or motorcycles. In practice, it became a niche curiosity too specialized for mainstream buyers. It's massive, heavy, and intimidating to drive. The garage consumes valuable living space, and once the toys are removed, you're left with awkward layouts that feel uncomfortable for full-time living or family travel. Priced above $250,000, the Outlaw pushes into luxury territory where it simply can't compete with more refined coaches. The price point alienates budget-conscious adventure seekers while the design repels traditional family buyers seeking comfort. Fuel economy is abysmal at just 6 to 7 miles per gallon, and repairs for the massive rear ramp system or hydraulic lifts prove costly when things inevitably break. Dealers report these rigs sitting unsold for 6 months or longer, even after substantial markdowns. The Outlaw's concept looks exciting on paper, but proves impractical for most real-world travelers. It's the perfect example of an idea too bold for the mainstream RV market, a toy hauler that never figured out its true audience. The result? An expensive, specialized rig gathering dust on dealer lots, waiting for the rare buyer who needs exactly what it offers. The Forest River Georgetown 3 Series positions itself as everyone's first Class A motorhome, but that broad ambition creates its central problem. Attempting to deliver comfort, affordability, and simplicity simultaneously, it ultimately excels at nothing. Despite entry-level marketing, the $160,000 to $180,000 price tag feels anything but accessible. Step inside and cost-cutting becomes immediately obvious. Thin cabinet doors, cheap laminate finishes, and rattling trim that completely undermines any luxury pretensions. Ride comfort disappoints equally. Bouncy suspension, excessive road noise, and poor insulation make long trips exhausting rather than enjoyable. While floor plans offer versatility, quality control varies so dramatically that two buyers can experience completely different products. Many owners describe the Georgetown as a showroom illusion, impressive under LED lighting, but disappointing on actual roads. Dealers admit these models languish for months because they compete directly against superior coaches like the Tiffin Open Road and Winnebago Vista. Buyers compare pricing against actual quality and consistently walk away toward better alternatives. The Georgetown 3 Series proves that being average at everything can be worse than excelling at one specific thing. In today's crowded marketplace, mediocrity means invisibility. Buyers remember standout features, not forgettable compromises. The Georgetown fades into the background, and on today's competitive dealer lots, that means slow death. The Winnebago Adventurer once symbolized the classic American road trip. Today, it's a reminder of how quickly the RV market evolved beyond it. Built on a gas chassis, the Adventurer feels antiquated compared to diesel competitors offering smoother rides and superior torque. Priced above $200,000, buyers reasonably expect refinement. Instead, they encounter generic decor, excessive road noise, and floor plans that haven't meaningfully evolved. Interiors reflect early 2010s design trends: faux wood finishes, bulky furniture, and poor utilization of vertical space. Many buyers now compare used diesel pushers in the same price range and choose those instead, abandoning the Adventurer entirely. Reports of persistent small problems, rattles, slide-out malfunctions, and uneven fit and finish further damage its reputation. Dealers face painfully slow inventory turnover, with units sitting unsold for over 200 days. The Adventurer's fundamental problem isn't mechanical reliability, it's market perception. Today's buyers no longer want old, reliable nostalgia. They demand efficient, modern, and sleek designs that feel contemporary. Even Winnebago's legendary brand reputation can't overcome the widespread perception that the Adventurer belongs to yesterday's highways. It's a coach trapped in the past while the market drives decisively forward. The Coachmen Beyond should have been a success story. A sleek, high-end Class B van built on the Ford Transit platform with luxury finishes and modern styling. Instead, it became another cautionary tale about mismatched pricing and expectations. With prices often exceeding $160,000, it immediately alienates its target audience. Buyers spending that much expect cutting-edge technology and genuine versatility. Instead, the Beyond delivers cramped quarters, limited storage capacity, and only modest power systems. Its appeal targets a narrow demographic, retirees or solo travelers seeking comfort in a compact package. Yet even they hesitate when similarly priced Mercedes Sprinter-based vans from Airstream or Winnebago offer superior prestige and stronger resale values. Transit chassis maintenance costs accumulate quickly, while aftermarket service options remain limited compared to Mercedes-based competitors. Dealers report frustratingly slow sales because the Beyond looks impressive on paper, but lacks practicality for daily use or extended travel. Interior space feels tight, holding tanks are undersized, and many buyers find the layout claustrophobic for anything beyond weekend getaways. The Coachmen Beyond proves that premium labeling doesn't automatically create desirability. especially when comfort and usability fail to justify luxury pricing. Elegant styling draws initial attention, but without genuine value supporting it, these vans simply collect dust on dealer lots. Once a household name in motorhome circles, the Fleetwood Flair has slowly faded into irrelevance. Marketed as an affordable Class A, it promises luxury at accessible prices, but buyers discover something dated, noisy, and underpowered instead. Priced between $150,000 and $180,000, the Flair sits uncomfortably close to superior competitors like the Winnebago Vista and Thor Ace. Inside, age shows everywhere. Old-fashioned decor, stiff seating, and clunky cabinetry that feels frozen in time. Road performance disappoints equally. The V8 gas engine struggles climbing steep grades, while the suspension delivers a bouncy, unstable ride that exhausts drivers. Reports of quality problems, loose fixtures, leaky seals, and poor craftsmanship compound buyer frustration. Dealers routinely slash prices dramatically just to move inventory that's been sitting over 200 days. Units gather dust, while shoppers choose contemporary alternatives. The Flair's fundamental problem is stagnation. In a market demanding innovation, lighter construction, better fuel efficiency, smart control systems, the Flair remains stubbornly stuck in 2015. Buyers want progress and modern features, not nostalgic throwbacks. A once proud name reduced to clearance bin status in an industry that's decisively moved forward. The Flair proves that past reputation can't overcome present mediocrity. The Jayco Alante is positioned as an entry-level Class A motorhome, but it's an entry ticket few buyers want. Priced around $150,000, it competes directly with mid-range Class Cs that often deliver superior build quality, smoother handling, and easier maintenance. The Alante's interiors feel sterile, dominated by beige tones with little design imagination. The driving experience disappoints consistently. Loud cabin noise, bumpy suspension, and weak acceleration from its struggling V8 gas engine. While Jayco's brand name still carries weight, many buyers are shocked by how bare this model feels at this price point. Manual window shades, minimal soundproofing, and basic trim work that feels budget-grade fuel efficiency struggles at just 7 to 8 miles per gallon, while resale values plummet faster than competitors. Dealers struggle explaining why shoppers should choose the Alante over used diesel coaches or newer, more refined gas models. Even aggressive discounts fail to generate sales momentum. The Jayco Alante's fundamental flaw is failing to deliver emotional connection. It feels like a motorhome designed for dealership lots rather than for dreamers planning adventures. It checks functional boxes without inspiring desire. That's why these units continue sitting under fluorescent showroom lights instead of parked beneath open skies, living the adventures they're supposed to enable. When Thor launched the Axis, they branded it a recreational utility vehicle, positioning it as a bridge between Class A and Class C motorhomes. The concept sounded exciting, but execution transformed it into one of the market's most misunderstood rigs. It's too large to maneuver like a nimble van, yet too cramped to comfortably live in like a true motorhome. The confined cockpit, narrow bathroom, and limited storage frustrate long-term travelers, while weekend warriors view it as unnecessary overkill. Priced around $150,000, the Axis occupies dangerous territory, more expensive than Class C models, but less capable than most Class A coaches. Handling complaints are common. Crosswinds and passing trucks make highway driving nerve-wracking. Modest holding tank capacities and stiff suspension compound the disappointment, creating a coach that seems to have lost its original direction during development. Dealers report inventory turnover times of 150 to 180 days, even after substantial price reductions. Units linger while shoppers choose clearer alternatives. The Axis represents a classic collision between marketing ambition and market reality, a crossover concept that nobody actually requested. When you try bridging two categories without excelling at either, you create a product that satisfies neither audience. Another expensive lesson gathering dust on dealer lots. The biggest mistake in RV life isn't buying cheap, it's buying blind. Which of these rigs surprised you the most? Drop it in the comments. Your story could save someone thousands. And don't forget to subscribe. because our next video reveals the RVs that actually are worth chasing before they vanish from the lots.